Life in the UK is not what many immigrants imagine. You see pictures of Big Ben, red buses, the royal family, and successful people living their dream in Britain. But the truth is far deeper and sometimes much harsher. Thousands of newcomers arrive every year on skilled worker visas, student visas, spouse visas, and family visas, but what many don't realize is that the United Kingdom can be a land of both opportunity and struggle. If you are planning to move here in 2025, or if you are already living in the UK, then listen carefully. In this video, I will reveal the harsh truth about life in the UK for immigrants, break down the real cost of living that nobody tells you, and share stories and lessons that can save you time, money, and maybe even your immigration status. Stay with me until the end because I will connect these truths with the immigration journey towards ILR and British citizenship. This is UK Immigration Express.
We bring to you UK immigration updates, visa, true life immigration stories. Give us a like and subscribe for latest updates on UK immigration.
When you first arrive in the UK, everything feels exciting. The air is different, the streets look organized, and the opportunities seem endless. But after the first few weeks, the reality hits. The cost of housing, transport, utilities, food, and taxes can be overwhelming. London, Manchester, Birmingham, Glasgow, and even smaller cities are all experiencing high rent levels. An immigrant arriving with a skilled worker visa may quickly realize that half their monthly salary disappears into rent alone. Many families live in shared houses, renting just one room, not because they want to, but because that's the only way they can save money. And rent is just the beginning. Council tax is another shocker. Every household must pay it, and depending on your borough, it can be hundreds of pounds per month. Add electricity, gas, and internet bills on top, and suddenly you find yourself working full-time, yet still struggling to save. This is the harsh truth of life in the UK for immigrants. Survival comes before luxury. Now let's transition to food and groceries. People outside the UK often believe that because it's a developed country, food must be cheap and accessible. While supermarkets like Aldi, Lidl, Tesco, and Asda do provide affordable options, prices have risen sharply in recent years due to inflation and the cost of living crisis. An average immigrant family may spend £300 to £500 per month just on groceries, and that is if they cook at home. Eating out is another story. A simple meal at a restaurant can easily cost £15 to £25 per person, and if you're on a student visa or working an entry-level job under a skilled worker visa, this can quickly eat into your budget. Transport is another challenge. Many immigrants rely on buses, trains, and the underground. The UK has one of the most expensive public transport systems in Europe. A monthly travel card in London can cost over £150, and even outside London, trains are costly. If you decide to drive, then prepare for high fuel prices, insurance costs, road tax, and MOT checks every year. Many immigrants discovered that the cost of simply getting around can be as high as paying rent in some smaller towns. But beyond money, the harsh truth about life in the UK for immigrants lies in adaptation. The culture shock is real. People often find that neighbors may not talk much. The weather is gray and rainy, and loneliness can hit hard. On top of that, the home office rules are strict. Missing one visa renewal deadline, submitting the wrong document, or misunderstanding the immigration rules can lead to a refusal. And when a refusal happens, it doesn't just affect your current visa, it can ruin your long-term dream of ILR or British citizenship. Let's transition into employment. Many immigrants believe that once they land in the UK, jobs will flow easily. But reality is different. Skilled worker visas require sponsorship, and switching employers is not always straightforward. Some companies promise sponsorship but later withdraw it, leaving immigrants at risk of overstaying. Others discover that the minimum income requirement is higher than what they're earning. For those on spouse visas, the financial requirement is another mountain. The Home Office demands proof of income, and if your partner earns below the threshold, your application can be refused, even if you are legally married. So what does this mean in practice? It means that life in the UK is a constant balancing act for immigrants. You work hard to cover rent, utilities, transport, food, and council tax. You study the immigration rules to avoid refusal. You face long processing times for visas, with the Home Office often taking months to decide. And you live with the fear that one mistake, one rejection, or one policy change could throw away years of effort. But it's not all negative. Let's transition into the opportunity side. The UK, despite its challenges, still offers something many countries do not: a clear pathway to settlement. If you follow the rules, avoid overstaying, and maintain continuous residence, you can eventually apply for ILR, indefinite leave to remain, usually after 5 years on the skilled worker route or spouse route, or 10 years of lawful residence on other visas. Once you achieve ILR, the stress reduces. You can work freely, claim certain benefits, and after 12 months, you can apply for British citizenship. And here is where the balance comes in. Yes, life in the UK is expensive. Yes, immigrants face harsh truths like loneliness, high bills, strict Home Office rules, and constant financial pressure. But the long-term reward is stability, security, and the chance to build a future in one of the world's most influential countries. Now let's break down the numbers clearly, because this is where immigrants either succeed or fail. On average, a single immigrant needs at least £1,500 to £2,000 per month to survive comfortably outside London. In London, that number jumps to £2,500 or more. For families, the cost doubles or triples depending on children. Rent, utilities, council tax, transport, groceries, and immigration fees must all be calculated before you even think about savings. A skilled worker visa application can cost over £5,000, including the immigration health surcharge. A spouse visa can cost thousands more. ILR applications are expensive, and British citizenship fees are some of the highest in the world. So when people ask, is life in the UK worth it for immigrants? The answer depends on preparation. If you arrive with no plan, the UK will swallow your money and break your spirit. But if you research, budget, and understand the harsh truth about cost of living, you can survive and even thrive. And here's the most important part. Don't believe only the success stories you see online. Many immigrants work multiple jobs, share houses with strangers, or send most of their salary back home. The Instagram version of UK life is not the reality. The reality is hard work, sacrifice, and careful planning. But if you endure, the reward is permanent residency, citizenship, and a secure future for your family. Transitioning toward the end, let's connect this with you. If you are preparing to come to the UK in 2025, whether on a student visa, skilled worker visa, spouse visa, or even a tourist visa hoping to switch later, know the cost breakdown. Understand housing, council tax, food, transport, and immigration fees. Prepare yourself for culture shock and possible loneliness. Learn the Home Office rules, avoid visa refusals, and stay lawful. Because while life in the UK for immigrants is harsh, it is also rewarding for those who prepare. So the final message is this: the UK is not easy, but it is possible. The truth may be harsh, but it doesn't mean you cannot succeed. Thousands of immigrants every year turn their challenges into success stories. The question is, will you be one of them? If you found this video useful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We bring you clear, detailed updates on UK immigration, visa rules, ILR, British citizenship, and real stories that matter. Stay with us for more content that can change your immigration journey. This is UK Immigration Express.